Hello friend, welcome to my YouTube channel 5 Minute Pediatric. Today we will discuss about practical approach to hypernatremia. Today we will discuss 4 cases and we will try to correct hypernatremia in different scenario. Okay. So first of all, I will make a common chart and try to solve through this chart. Okay, this chart containing first we have maintenance. Okay, we have maintenance fluid, we have maintenance sodium and maintenance potassium. Similarly, we have fluid and maintenance fluid is calculated by Holliday-Sanger method. We have detail discussed in last video about Holliday-Sanger method, and maintenance sodium is required 3 milliequivalent per 100 ml, and requirement of potassium as a maintenance we have 2 milliequivalent per 100 ml. Now deficit fluid is percentage dehydration. We assess it clinically like 5%, 10% or 15%, mild, moderate, severe. This topic we have discussed in last chapter. So for every 100 ml fluid deficit, there is 10 milliequivalent sodium deficit, and for similarly 100 ml fluid deficit we have 6 milliequivalent potassium deficit. Only this thing you have to remember. Now we have excess sodium deficit. Okay, so we have just made it, I have made it simple. Do not mug up it with what is the extracellular fluid in infant or in older children. So take 0.6 into body weight, then take desired value minus absorbed value, and through this chart we will solve all the problem. Okay, now we have and Holliday-Sanger method, we all know that the fluid calculated for first 10 kg, 100 ml, then 50, then 20. Okay, we have case 1, a 15 kg child with diarrhea with 10% dehydration, and the serum sodium for this child we have 125 milliequivalent. Okay, this is the case 1, simple case 1. First we will discuss, later the cases will be more complex. So this is simple case. So child with 15 kg. So for 15 kg we can calculate maintenance by Holliday-Sanger method. So for first 10 kg 100 ml per kg, that is the child having 15 kg, so we have 1000 ml plus 50 into 5, that is rest 5 kg. So we have maintenance fluid as 1250 ml. Similarly, now we will draw again this chart. Okay, we have maintenance fluid. Okay, we have maintenance fluid as 1250 ml already we have calculated. Okay, now for maintenance sodium. Okay, for 100 ml we have 3 milliequivalent. So for 1250 we can easily calculate, and okay, that is around 38 milliequivalent. Okay, we can easily calculate it approximately it will come around 38 milliequivalent. Now similarly we can calculate for potassium 2 milliequivalent per 100 ml into 1250. Okay, 2 milliequivalent per 100 ml into 1250, it will approximately give around 25 milliequivalent. Okay, now we have deficit. Okay, as a deficit, I have already told that the percent of dehydration, that is the child is 10% dehydrated, so we have 100 ml into 15 is equals to 1500 ml. Similarly, we can calculate sodium. We already know that 100 ml deficit, there is 10 milliequivalent sodium deficit. So for 1500 we have 150 milliequivalent. Similarly, potassium deficit we can also calculate. So for every 100 ml we have 6. So for 1500 we have 90 milliequivalent potassium. Now we have excess sodium deficit. Okay, the child, one thing we have to remember, we cannot correct more than 10 milliequivalent per day. So for this child we will correct 135 only. We will reach only 135. So 0.6 into body weight into, that is 15, and 135 minus 125, and after calculation we will get 90 milliequivalent. Okay, so we have excess sodium deficit 90 milliequivalent. Now we will calculate. Now total fluid we have 1250 plus 1520, 27 and 2750, and sodium we can add, it is 278 milliequivalent, and potassium we have 115 milliequivalent. So now we will calculate all this in 1000 ml. Okay, in 1000 ml how much sodium and how much potassium is present. Okay, total fluid we have 275 ml, 50 ml, and total sodium we have 278 milliequivalent. So we can easily calculate, and potassium we have 115 milliequivalent. Now in 1000 ml we have sodium. How much sodium? That is 278 divided by 2750 into 1000. Okay, this will approximately gives around 100 milliequivalent. So in 1000 we have 100 milliequivalent sodium, and potassium similarly 150 by 2750 into 1000, and this will approximately gives around 41 milliequivalent. Okay, so in 1000 ml we have 100 milliequivalent sodium and 41 milliequivalent potassium. So we have to choose a fluid which contains 100 milliequivalent sodium and 40 or approximately 40 milliequivalent potassium. Now we will make fluid. So if we take NS by 2, okay, NS by 2, then there is 144 by 2, that is 77 milliequivalent sodium, as we know that NS contain 154 milliequivalent of sodium. Similarly, 100 milliequivalent, we want to get 100 milliequivalent. So 77 milliequivalent we get from NS by 2, means half normal saline, and still we have 23 milliequivalent left. Now we have 3% NS other fluid we have. Okay, Now 3% NS means 100,000 ml contains 513 milliequivalent of sodium. So 1 ml contains 0.5 milliequivalent of sodium. Okay, just double the, if we require 23 milliequivalent, then just double, we will get the ml, that is 46 ml. So we have final fluid we can easily now make. So final fluid we have D5 NS half NS plus we have 20 ml KCl plus 46 ml 3% NS. Okay, this is the 20 milliequivalent. As we know that 1 ml gives 2 milliequivalent of potassium. So this is the final solution we will make, and we will get the desired sodium and potassium, and this fluid is continuously given for 24 hours. Okay, we have 2750 ml divided by 24, so we can easily calculate per hour fluid. Now the child is having diarrhea, so if you can measure the volume of diarrhea, then you can easily give the following solution. Okay, if you cannot measure, then give 10 ml per kg for each loose stool. So what fluid we have to give? D5 plus half normal saline plus 30 milliequivalent of bicarbonate and 20 milliequivalent per liter of potassium chloride. Okay, this I have discussed in last lecture also. Similarly, for emesis, 2 ml per kg if we cannot measure, and the fluid is NS plus 10 milliequivalent of potassium per liter KCl. Okay, and this should be replaced every 1 to 6 hourly, depending upon the purge rate or amount. Now we will move to case 2. It is more complex than the case 1. Scenario is almost same. Okay, 15 kg child with diarrhea with 10% dehydration and same sodium 125 milliequivalent, but here we have child with altered sensorium or with seizure. Okay, so in the previous case we have same scenario but normal child, but here we have seizure. Okay, so we have to treat quickly. Okay, so we have to give 3% sodium, that is at the rate 3 to 5 ml per kg over 4 hours. Okay, just for remember, just 4 ml per kg over 4 hours. Okay, and the weight of the child is 15 kg, so we will give 60 ml of 3% NS over 4 hours, and that is, it contains just half milliequivalent of sodium, that is 30 milliequivalent of sodium. Okay, we have just calculated in last case. Now again we will plot that same diagram. Okay, here we have maintenance. Okay, M, we have fluid, we have sodium, and we have potassium. Okay, maintenance fluid, again we have deficit, we have excess sodium deficit, and we give 3% NS, okay, and total. Okay, this is the same chart we have plotted. So we already know that the maintenance for this child is 1250 ml sodium. We have 38 milliequivalent and approximately 25 milliequivalent of potassium. We have deficit 1500 ml, 150 equivalent is sodium and 90 milliequivalent of potassium, and excess sodium deficit we have 90 milliequivalent. So now we give 60 ml of 3% NS, which equivalent to 30 milliequivalent. This we have already given to the child. So we will subtract it from maintenance and deficit. So we will get 2690. Okay, subtract from maintenance and deficit, okay, we will get 269. Similarly, add all above 3 and subtract 30 milliequivalent, you will get 240 milliequivalent, and potassium remains the same. This fluid we will again calculate in 1000 ml. Okay, 1000 ml, how much sodium and how much potassium is present. Okay, 248 divided by 2690 into 1000, we will get approximately 92 milliequivalent of sodium. Okay, similarly potassium we have 115 milliequivalent divided by 2690 into 1000, that is almost equal to 43. I will take it 40. Okay, 40 milliequivalent. So we have to again make this 92 milliequivalent fluid. So half normal saline means 77 milliequivalent. We can easily get. Now rest we have 15 milliequivalent from 3% NS. Okay, so the final fluid we can easily make. Okay, now the final fluid what we get, D5 half NS plus 30 ml 3% NS, okay, plus 20 ml KCl, and these solutions to be given over 24 hours. Always remember, do not correct sodium more than 10 milliequivalent. Okay, and this should be given over 24 hours. So 2690 divided by 24. Okay, give over 24 hours. Now 26, you can easily calculate per hour fluid by this method. Now we have case third. Case third is also more complex than case second. Case third, same scenario, 15 kg child with 10% dehydration with same serum sodium 125 milliequivalent, but here the child is in shock. So you have to give bolus of normal saline here. Okay, same everything, but the child in shock. Okay, bolus of normal saline we give at a rate of 20 ml per kg. Okay, this comes 15 kg we have, that is 300 ml of normal saline. 300 ml normal saline. So we can calculate how much sodium is present in 3% NS. We have 46 milliequivalent. Okay, normal saline contains 46 milliequivalent. How? Because as we know that 1 liter means 1000 ml contains 154 milliequivalent of sodium. So 100 ml contains 15.4 milliequivalent. So 300 ml just 3 times, that is 46 milliequivalent of sodium. Okay, we can easily calculate. Now again we draw same chart. We have maintenance, so we have fluid, we have maintenance sodium and maintenance potassium. Okay, we have maintenance fluid, we already from 1250, sodium we have 38 milliequivalent and potassium maintenance we have 25 milliequivalent. Okay, now for deficit, same deficit we have 1500 ml, 150 milliequivalent of sodium and 90 milliequivalent of potassium. Again we have excess sodium deficit, same we can easily calculate by 0.6 into body weight desired minus observed. So we have 0.6 into 15, 135 minus 125, that is 90 milli. We have already calculated. Now we give bolus of NS. We give bolus 300 ml and 46 milliequivalent sodium. Okay, this should be subtracted from maintenance and deficit fluid. Okay, this should be subtracted. So we have now total fluid as 2450. Okay, 2450 is now total fluid. Sodium is also subtracted from, now we have 232 milliequivalent and 115 milliequivalent potassium. Again we will calculate in 1000 ml. Okay, in 1000 ml we have 232 divided by 2450 into 1000 and it will give around 94 milliequivalent. Okay, similarly we can calculate potassium, that is 115 divided by 2450 into 1000 and it will give 46, just consider it 40 milliequivalent. Okay, now again we have 77 milliequivalent by normal saline, half of the normal saline, NS by 2, and rest we have 17 milliequivalent. Okay, this we will get through 3% NS, that is 34 ml. Okay, now we will again make the solution which we will have to give over 24 hour, next 24 hour. So we have D5 half of the normal saline plus 34 ml 3% NS plus 20 ml of KCl. Okay, and give it over 24 hour. 2450 divided by 24, you can make it hourly fluid. Again never correct sodium more than 10 milliequivalent. Okay, now case 4 we will discuss. Case 4 is even more complex and it is a chronic condition and we have to correct it very slowly. Okay, we have 15 kg, 10% dehydrated and serum sodium is 110 milliequivalent. and we already know that we cannot correct more than 10 milliequivalent per day. So we have to correct it over 48 hours, and we will reach for about 130 milliequivalent. So calculate maintenance fluid for 48 hours. So fluid we have 1250 for 24 hours. This should be multiplied by 2. Similarly, sodium we can calculate for 48 hours, 38 milliequivalent into 2. Potassium also 25 milliequivalent into 2. So every maintenance sodium, potassium and fluid for 48 hours. Okay. Now we have fixed deficit, that is 10% dehydration. Okay. Deficit, so deficit is same. So X, now we will calculate excess sodium deficit. Okay, excess sodium deficit we have 0.6 into body weight and 130, that is 15. 130 minus 110. Okay, so on day 1 we will correct 10, again next day 10. So if we start from 110, we will correct on 120 on day 1, and from 120 to 130 day 2. So here I calculate for 2-day fluid, and we will make the fluid. So we have excess sodium deficit 180 milliequivalent. Okay, then what is the fluid? So, and what is the most suitable fluid you will get? So you can give comment what fluid you get, and I will tell about the correct answer, that you have learned all this. If you like this video, kindly